Tony Stark really dead? They ain't got the balls to kill Iron Man in the last issue of West Coast Avengers. So, let's see how he survives. Support the comic industry by visiting your LCS. My name is Doran. This is SCM Comics. We are concluding our coverage of West Coast Avengers. Number 10. Our story starts off with Scorch Ultron holding up Tony Stark, who is skewered. And he's saying Iron Man is dead. Rhodey is like, Tony! And then Scorch Ultron just throws him to the side as Rhodey tries to blast Ultron, which does nothing. And then Scorch Ultron saying to Avengers Ultron that, look, you're just a pet. Like, they don't trust you. They'll never trust you. The only reason why you are on the team is so they can keep their enemies close. And then Avenger Ultron goes, you have no idea. All of a sudden, he opens up, and Tony Stark was in him. Told you. And Tony comes out and is like, you know what? You're wrong about Avenger Ultron, but you're right about me. I did keep that fail safe. He shoots a weapon and he goes, wafts? She comes out of the weapon. I still don't know how this works. She goes, I was sleeping, Tony. And then she's like, this Ultron looks terrible. And she shoots the hell out of him. So now this Ultron is starting to break down, but he is a lot bigger and a lot stronger than our Avenger Ultron. So the Avenger Ultron goes, this is only going to slow him down. Like, we need to do something else besides this to finally take him out. So then Blue Ultron, who is just ahead, that's still attached to Scorch Ultron, goes, come on, brother, help me out, and then we could take him out together. So Avenger Ultron jumps, Scorch Ultron grabs him and is like, you know what? If my neural pathways are closed down, then I'm going to take you out first. So Tony kind of knows what's about to happen. He yells, no. Avenger Ultron's like, look, I don't fear what comes next. You shouldn't either. You know what has to happen. And there's a big explosion, and the three Ultrons are being merged together. And Scorch Ultron is telling Blue and Avengers Ultron to get out of his head. So then we cut to the Scorch Ultron's mindscape, where he's pretty much killed everybody. Blue Ultron and Avenger Ultron pretty much team up, and they're like, you know what? We tried to just kind of isolate you and let you do your thing. But unfortunately, what we should have did is what we're about to do now. And that's just deal with you. And they both combine to shoot Scorch Ultron. And it looks like they destroyed him. Looks, don't know for sure. Or at least it's mine anyway. Well, on the outside, there's a bunch of fire. They're just forming together. But Avenger Ultron lets them know that, hey, this dude called for help. And the people that he converted into his Ultron hounds are on their way in. So the rest of the Avengers are trying to fight these hounds, but they're also trying to do so without hurting these people because they're being mind controlled. And then Blue Ultron tells Spider-Woman, hey, Meredith isn't going to survive what's about to happen to me, so you need to get to her now. So Avenger Ultron pretty much tells everybody else that, hey, they need to use their powers, combine them to blast at us to go ahead and finish this whole process. So Scorch Ultron is stopped for good. So Rhodey, Firestar, and Kilowatt do just that. And when it's all said and done, all three Ultrons are encased in carbonite. That's for all my Star Wars people out there. And all three Ultrons go offline. And Spider-Woman sits with Meredith on the beach as her Ultron body gives out and she passes away. Speaking of Star Wars, we cut to Cad Bane. I know it's not Cad Bane, it's Scourge of the Underworld. And he takes his shot at Kilowatt's dad, but Wonder Man's there to catch the bullet. And the Wonder Man is ready to go ahead and kick Cad Bane's ass, but all of a sudden there's an explosion and there's a bridge to a railroad track that went up in smoke, and there's a train coming. So now Wonder Man has to go save the train, and Cad Bane gets away. And if you're wondering what happened to Steve, no matter how evil and how vindictive you are, you will always find somebody that sees your side. So, of course, the prison guards that sympathize with him got him out of there scot-free. Now, it says the Avengers used their resources to help out all the people that were affected by the Ultrons. But come on now, we all know that's Tony. Got that billionaire bread, long like train smoke. And this is a story being told by Rhodey, who is speaking to a judge, and he's pretty much there to represent Kilowatt to get him commune from his sentence. And Rhodey also says that he wants to go after the prison guards that pretty much let Steve-O get away. So the judge goes, you know what? Why don't we stop with going ahead and letting Kilowatt, or I'm sorry, Mr. Watt, go free, because he can. But we're not going to go after these prison guards just off of speculation. So as I'm reading this part, I'm like, how the hell else did he get out, Judge? With magic and mysticism? With what, hopes and dreams? Which actually kind of exists in this universe. You know what? Let's just move on. So Firestar shows up to see the newly freed Kilowatt. Kilowatt goes in for a kiss. Firestar kind of turns her head, and I guess they agree to kind of take it slow. And you know, as Firestar is going through her issues, you know, she doesn't want to really start any kind of new relationship. That's just them just killing this romance as this series ends. So then we cut to Rhodey, who flies into West Coast Avengers headquarters as we see Tony try his damnness to free Avenger Ultron, which nothing that he's trying is working. And Rhodey is like, would have wished you would have came to the appeal. And Tony's like, I know you had it under control. Like, I didn't need to be there. Rhodey's like, look, Ultron sacrificed himself so that we can live. So instead of you being in here, wasting all your time trying to free him, which is not living, why don't you come with me and focus on everybody that he actually saved? And then Tony goes, we're Avengers. We're supposed to focus on the dead. Which is kind of true when you think about it. Touche, Gerry Duggan. Touche. So a few days later at West Coast Avengers headquarters, Wonder Man gathers up Spider-Woman, Kilowatt, Firestar, and Rhodey, and he reveals a statue that was made by Lisa Masters of Avengers Ultron. And then Tony shows up and is like, it's nice. It should have been made of metal and not stone, but it's nice. And as Kilowatt's looking at the statue, he goes, I wish I had the opportunity to tell Ultron that I always thought, if he can change, so can I. And so ends this run of West Coast Avengers. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Please let me know in the comments. Me, love this run. Felt like it got cut off a little bit too soon, but I feel that about a lot of series that get cut off at 10 for no apparent reason. But anyway, this one at least didn't feel too rushed, so I didn't mind this ending. Actually, I kind of liked it. And hopefully we got a new character in Kilowatt, and hopefully he shows up in more things. Again, let me know in the comments, how'd you feel about this run?